a breaker, as we see here. We have a low, high, and then it runs to take this low out here into a larger pool of liquidity. This point of liquidity below that low here, inside that daily bullish fair value gap, that is where this leg of the breaker, if you look inside this leg, you'll see a fair value gap. Now, this fair value gap here, you want to start looking, going back. Where's the first one you come to? It's this one right here. You got to use the volume imbalance. This specific fair value gap is labeled by my PD arrays as the gauntlet. Okay, it's a gauntlet. That means you're laying down the gauntlet. I'm going to go long on the belief that this low has taken out sufficient liquidity, and then it should go higher to reach into this level here where there would be a breaker. You can use that as a breaker entry. There's lots of times where I use this as a mechanism for turtle soup. You'll never see this methodology explained in Linda Raschke and Larry Connor's book, and no other goober that's claiming to be the author of Turtle Soup ever done anything like this either. Oh, these goobers. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that right there. Okay, so this is the gauntlet. It's a very specific fair value gap inside of a price run of a bullish breaker. So it's the very lowest first sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. It has to be the SIBI. Okay, so when it's bullish, and you reverse this when it's a bearish breaker. It's the price leg that runs to the liquidity. The very first, going from the low back, that's the very first SIBI you come to. This is what you're looking for. When it raids above it and it comes back down in, there's your entry. This is your adding to it. Go back and look at some of the examples I did on, because a lot of you have them archived and keep them for, I guess, collection purposes. But even my executions on X, I've done this many times, many times. And it's always been coupled with people leaving comments. How did you know? How did you know to use that? Why did you use that fair value? I'm teaching it right now. This is just one of those 81 things where there's specific fair value gaps. As I mentioned, there's a lot of people that are writing books right now, and they're saying this is smart money concepts. They're omitting my name. They're not even mentioning the fact that they learned it from me. On X, I'm sorry, not on X, but on Amazon, and they're writing their little books and whatnot, trying to get their credit cards paid off because they've been charging up these prop firm accounts and blowing them. So you don't know what fair value gap you're looking at, but I promise you someone's going to rush to get this in print, and so I'm going to leave some of the details out, but trust me, this is the gauntlet. This is one very specific fair value gap that is pertinent to how you can engage price action, and using the levels here after it leaves the lower half. See what it does? Trades to it here. The body's staying above it, and then gives you one more time to add to it or enter if you missed it back here. If you did not utilize this, for the folks that say my silver bullet doesn't work anymore, I want you to think about how this drop down in here, isn't that part of the upper quadrant, or the upper half rather? Isn't this right here? This whole mechanism of using a SIBI going into an inversion fair value gap, that's what this is. That's a silver bullet. But I'm highlighting these quadrant levels here, and now I want you to look at this price level right up here. Okay, we're going to show you who knows what, and we're going to also show you what the signature is with the algorithm. If I highlight and hover over top of this very candle right here, which is what I'm doing, I'm screenshotting it when it's me hovering over the 7 minutes after 10 candle on the 1 minute chart. That low comes in at 19,784.25. That's what's being highlighted here. The upper quadrant of this very specific, with the volume imbalance, that upper quadrant comes in at 19,074.25. Boom. That's perfect, folks. Linda Raschke can't teach that. Larry Connors couldn't teach it.